When I articulate the word physics, what comes in your mind? I say nature. Is there anything in this world which is not related with physics? The answer is no. Because physics itself is the study of nature. This experiment will tell you something, a beautiful picture about one law. Just like Ohm's law, when you give potential, there will be increase of current. Just like when you give force, there will be increase of momentum. Just like when you give pressure, there will be some change. It is Hooke's law, a beautiful experiment. Hooke's law talks about stress and strain. What is that stress and what is the strain? The moment you give more and more mass towards this experiment, there will be elongation. That is stress. Force upon area. Which area? This elongation. This circular region is the area. So where is the elongation? What is happening when we are giving stress? Whenever we are giving stress, the force upon area will result into the elongation. Which elongation? How can we measure it? We can measure it with these marks on this. If I am giving 50 gram of weight, I'll say whenever I give 50 grams more, there will be some constant changes. You can measure the change from here. This is extension. And the moment you're giving extension towards it, the stress is applied and you can measure the extension by this. What you have learned? You have learned the moment you give more and more extensions towards it, the more and more force towards it, there will be more extensions. Can you see? Extension has increased. This law, my dear students, this law is Hooke's law. The more you give weight and the stress, there will be elongation again and again. You can measure the elongation by noting down the values in it. So, if you give more extension towards it, one more extension, let's suppose I give this extension more, there will be some change. Extension, force, extension, more force, more extension. So what are we observing? What are we observing? We are just observing the moment you give more and more force, the moment we are giving more and more force, there is more and more extensions toward it. The more stress, more elongation. The more stress, the more strain. This is Hooke's law. The more potential, the more current. That was Ohm's law. The more force, the more momentum. This is Newton's second law. Physics is everywhere, students. This is Hooke's law, a simple experiment. For the reading and the chart will go on the next video. This was basically about how an extension and how force is related, how a stress and how a strain is related.